Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I've taken a little break over Christmas, but I'm back now. Super excited for the next year. And this video is all about my plan, what things I'm going to put in place for my training, for my work. We're going to go over everything for next year, 2025. And yeah, basically my goals, my plans. So stick around to find out. And hopefully you guys learn something. And yeah, if you guys are new to the channel or if you've been around, please like the video, subscribe. It's going to really help the channel out. So let's get into it. So first up, my goals. For next year, I'm really looking to get stuck into the ITF circuit. Win some matches in the qualifying, build up my ITF points, and potentially, best case scenario, I get my ATP points. And then I can really start planning all the tournaments I play so there's no guessing work. I can definitely get into tournaments. I have a really solid chance of getting into, through qualifying or main draw. I can start looking around here for sponsorships or potential, collaborations. And hopefully with my YouTube, a big reason why I'm doing this is also to document my journey, but also, help support and fund my actual tennis. As you know, you've seen some of the other people on YouTube doing. So I think it's a great idea and a great opportunity. But yeah, in terms of that, I think, the end goal for me is to get into the Challenger Tour. Either that could be next year. Obviously I'm taking it step by step. So my ideal situation is just to get my first ITF points, then ATP points, and then I want to, climb the ranking steadily and then make it into a Challenger Tour, and hopefully the YouTube builds up, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing at the moment. So hopefully, we'll pursue this and it becomes a reality. So the tournament schedule for me ties a little bit with the first, point. So I'm looking to play about 20 tournaments this year. Partly just because of financial side. It's going to be really hard to stretch my money and get sort of training and, my whole life, balanced with that, because I don't want to be away, for the whole year, and blow through everything I've saved up. But in the same sentence, if you can't, play enough, you're not keeping up with the guys on the circuit to get enough points to eventually earn money and make a living out of it, thus getting your ranking up. So I do want to emphasize that I want to play around 20 tournaments or as much as I can, while, not going crazy or overboard or anything like that. And hopefully if I have the level, I can capitalize on my opportunities. And if I don't, then, it'll be a bit of a reality check. But yeah, I'm looking to play mostly in Europe. I've played obviously, in Egypt, and that's fine. I think as far as maybe the first few tournaments go, I might need to travel further, but eventually I do want to play in Europe just because it's closer. It's a little bit cheaper, depending on where and when, but I do feel it's easier also to get to, and I would prefer playing in Europe, most of them. But I think until I get my ITF points or ATP points, I think I can start planning those ones in Europe a bit more. Some of them are really stacked and there's a lot of good players in them. So I might have to start at least going a little bit further away to get my points. But yeah, that's sort of the idea at the moment. It would be nice to give you guys a little insight into my work. So at the moment, I guess I'm sort of part-time tennis, but I do part-time work. So I'm a coach in Eastbourne, and what I'm planning to do is, as much as I travel away, for example a week at a time or 2 weeks, and then I come back and I want to be working to make some money back for those, the weeks that I come back, try and replenish the money that I've lost. And even if I don't, I got stuff to pay for the whole tennis and everything else. So the idea is to go out for a couple weeks, come back, try and work and make up the money. If I don't, at least at the very worst, I'm stretching the money that I already have. So yeah, I do realize that I'll be losing money potentially a lot, but that's the reason I'm doing this, is because I love doing it and I want to give it a good crack. So I don't mind that. But if I'm not working hard and I'm not trying different ways to, make money and stretch my money as far as I can, then I don't think, I'm made for this. But yeah, I think the plan is just to keep coaching, get as many hours as I can when I'm back here training in in the UK, and basically, yeah, as long as I'm training, working, I can go out, play, then come back and just keep going again until, I get up the rankings. And so yeah, sort of tying in with that last point, my training schedule's sort of gonna look like this. So I'm training, I've got about 4 or 5 people that I'm hitting with. They rotate as, some people are busy, the court timings and days might not work for them. So I constantly have to adapt to, could be the weather, could be people, canceling on me, or the travel. So there's a lot of reasons why it's very volatile. The training is not like a set plan or anything, for me at least. So I'm always texting people, trying to, organize my training, just adapting potentially just at the moment. But yeah, apart from my actual on-court training, I'm getting more into the gym as I'm trying to put a little bit more weight on, help me around the court. So yeah, I'm in the gym doing a little bit of weight work, plyometrics, that sort of things, and injury prevention. And I need to start taking, stretching and my bands, a bit more resistant bands, a little bit more seriously, because, help prevent injuries, but also strengthen my joints. I think that's a very underrated aspect. But yeah, also adding in a run every once in a while, because I think I want to get on court as much as possible as that specific training. But if you're not doing the work in the gym and running, and just all these little things tied together, I think you're falling behind the people that are doing them. As I think you need to keep in mind that you're competing against these guys that do it for a living. So it's always 24/7, and that includes my eating as well. So my nutrition, I want to take a bit better. Personally, I'm trying to put on a bit of weight, so I want to eat. I eat a lot, but generally I want to keep it as healthy as I can. But obviously I will indulge if I must. But for the most part, I do want to eat well, drink a lot of water, but do these all sort of little things well. And I want to emphasize that it's important to do it consistently. I'm not the best at that. Admittedly, I think I could definitely do a better job at doing it every week and potentially every day, or at least as many times as I possibly can when I have downtime. Instead of just putting it off or procrastinating. I think it's important to just get out there, put that work in, and over the period of time you'll feel really good about yourself and it will show on the court. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I've covered everything, I think. Work, tournament schedule, nutrition, YouTube, my goals, my training and everything. So yeah, excited for next year. I'll keep you guys posted. I mean, I've got videos to come up. I'm trying to really grow the channel, so I will be active. And yeah, thanks for all the support with my past videos. I appreciate everyone. So yeah, let's go for it.